आप मेरा घर में आइए, मेहमान का रूप में, हक मत चीनिए।
अरुणाचल का बारे में बाहर का लोग तो कुछ भी नहीं जानते हैं।
Exactly.
तो अभी हम क्या खुद भी नहीं जाने हैं।
That's ridiculous, that's absurd, completely absurd. उसको उर्दू में बोले से वाहियात बोलेगा, तो रेशियो इज वाहियात। 6 फीट का वो आप एसपी बन के आपके हाइट से चोर को पकड़ेंगे, है ना?
Hello viewers, welcome to The Space. Today in our panel discussion, we will try to review and unfold many glaring issues in line to conduct of various public service examination like APPSC and APSSB. Now we have to understand that APPSC has a pertinent role to play in shaping the future of the state. So in line to that, we have very eminent panelists with us. Starting with our first, our engineer Tarhari sir, who is the chairman of Young Arunachal Movement. And in our second, we have Dr. Tao Arzu ma'am, who is a principal in Doimuk Government College. And our third, we have Dr. Joram Begi sir, who was former Chief Information Commissioner and former Director at Higher and Technical Education. And our fourth, we have Advocate Nabam Jolo, who interestingly was 2 times former APSU president. And our fifth, we have Advocate SD Loda sir, who is a spokesperson of SASHI, which stands for Save Arunachal, Save Indigenous. Last but not the least, we have Tadak Nalo, who is an aspirant of APPSC examination. So heading on to our first topic. Now, our first topic is OM 2008. Now, viewers, let us tell you what is OM 2008. Now, OM 2008 is the official reference document of APPSC, which sets various criteria like cutoff mark and number of candidates to be selected. So we'll hit it on with the first question straight to Joram Begi sir. Sir, what is the relevance of 1:3 ratio, especially in the competitive examination like APPSC? Your words, sir.
Well, at the beginning, just let me say something. I'll come back to your question later. At the very outset, I would like to say that this discussion I have accepted and joining here, maybe all of us, is that it's for the improvement of the system. So that is why we are going to discuss it not. And the other thing is that whatever the settled matter, examination conducted and the result given, it should not be affected by this discussion. The reason being that rules of the game is already done, yes. And if you have the participant or any player has objection, so before participating that game should raise, and so therefore this is a settlement. The second thing I would like to say is that Arunachal is still in the making, a late comer. Many organization institutions are in the making. So is the Public Service Commission or maybe State Subordinate Service Board examination. So they need to learn. So therefore I thought in this panel we should have persons having background from the Public Service Commission or from the department, say personal and administrative reform. They should be there, or that matter, of course, government as a whole. And because I know that there is a saying that a patient of a particular disease knows more than many doctors about that disease. So this is the aspirants they are raising. The aspirants, they are raising certain points for improvement.
Exactly.
And it should be taken as a positive. That is what I would begin with this. Then coming to your question, I think when there is a merit selection takes place, in one go you don't select it. It is different stages. So, say for example, preliminary, UPSC preliminary examination, you need to do certain screening. Screening without any rhyme and reason, you cannot screen it. So that preliminary examination is taken. And in the preliminary, this 1:10 or 1:12, that is kept.
Okay.
The vacancy, if it is 1, then there will be 10 or 12. So this is the preliminary. Then when, after the mains examination is taken, 1:3. That is just to, 3 is kept because there can be a playing space for selecting good candidates. So that is why, against one post, there will be 3. So that is what it is lowering it down, means narrowing it down towards finding the best candidate, the best group of candidates.
Okay.
So that is why 1:3 is being kept after the mains written examination for personality test. That is the purpose.
Yeah.
I understand it.
Okay, sir, so we'll delve into the second question to you as well.
Okay.
What is the 33% in each paper and 45% segregate? Would like to enlighten on that as well.
Okay, this I don't really understand. There is a saying that the regulation of 2019 or the rules of APSS in 2019 that says that they are to adopt the UPSC pattern. But UPSC says that, in every paper, it has to have a minimum marks of 10% mark. And of course, qualifying subjects like English or the Indian languages. So this is basically for qualifying. It has this kept this marking that is range at 25%. But in our Public Service Commission examination, that is Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission examination, it has been kept that 33% in each paper and 45% in aggregate. So this is, I think, they are to explain, but my understanding is that this is the university system.
Academic.
It's academic. That is called minimum pass mark in each subject. Maybe in the board, school boards, maybe it is the university system. So this is being 33 being the 1/3 of the mark. That is
100.
out of 100, 33. So 1/3, this is kept. And also, not that everybody gets 33, it doesn't get 45. So there is, again, average should be 45. This is the cap. And this should not be in the competitive examination. Because I have seen that they have circulated, given me certain information, even the toppers of IAS, that is UPSC.
Okay.
I have seen that some toppers has got in one paper 85 marks or 95 marks, whereas in all other paper they have got 120, 130, like this. So it is expected that some candidate may be very weak in a particular subject, or they are not expected to, score less there. They are not expected to get all equal. So therefore, this, qualifying marks should be as low as possible, as it is done by UPSC. Only 10%. 10% in the competitive examination, it's okay, reasonable. Now, coming to the university system, if 33%, even there, I'm background from the university, we have conducted examination. We find that this happens, that if you stick to this 33% or 45% average, then pass percentage of that particular class in that particular academic year become very low. Say it is to be around 40%, 50%, something like that. But it comes about 25%, 30%. Then you need to apply a grace mark. Grace is to be given. Supposing it decide that if we give it 3 marks, how many percent it can raise? If we give 5 marks, how many percent it can be? Or even just to enhance it to up to 40% pass mark of that class. You can give up to 10, but these are kept is totally confidential.
Okay.
So to me, this Public Service Commission has adopted university system. They have not adopted fully also. Have they kept this grace? They did not. Had this grace been applied, then the total seats for which examination was conducted, it was 111. And if you apply 1:3, there should have been 333.
Which is
But whereas they have just selected only 141.
yeah.
So there is thereby that 192 less candidates, they have gone. So thereby they piloted this 1:3. And so that is why my suggestion would be that the Public Service Commission, this 33% minimum qualifying marks or 45% on an average, this should be done where they should straightway adopt the UPSC system of 10% qualifying marks. Other than that, of course, qualifying mark English. English, they can keep it even if some public service, I have seen it, even 40% it is kept. So UPSC has got 25%. They keep it 25% or 30% because again, you are expected to all the postgraduate. It is this English is conducted of only matriculate system, means class 10 standard. So you should be able to get easily 20, 30% or 40% mark. So these qualifying marks of particular, because language is very, very important, communication. So that is by qualifying mark. And that qualifying subject is not added in the ranking also. So that system should be adopted. My suggestion would be this.
Okay. So viewers, we would like to tell you before delving into the topic, we need to know the technicalities, what is going on. Otherwise, there won't be a better grasp to it. So moving on to our Tarhari Sarna. Finally OM, right? So what is the interpretation of 1:3 according to OM 2008? Is it the ceiling limit as claimed by the commission?
1:3 is, Begi sir has said, it is basically for one post, the commission is supposed to select, actually not select, allow at least 3 candidates to compete for one post. That is that is the interpretation. But this time what has happened is they have selected only 141 candidates for 111 posts. So that is where the issue has this issue has cropped up.
Okay.
And this actually ceiling limit is, the commission says it is, I don't see it is the ceiling limit. It should be the fixed ratio. 1:3. Well, for one post, at least 3 candidates will have to be allowed to compete for at the Viva Boss level, at the stage of Viva Boss. Because after preliminary, then mains, after mains, at least you are keeping 275 marks for that personality test. So that 275 marks is a huge amount of marks. So anybody can make difference, having scored, having given your interview in the best way. It makes a lot of difference. So basically, as far as interpretation is concerned, I don't think this should be the ceiling limit. It should be the fixed ratio.
Okay.
And they have they have interpreted, the commission has interpreted now this time, it is the ceiling limit, and the ratio can be anything below 1:3, which is not correct. Earlier, before this OM came in 2008, there used to be, sometimes it used to be 1:2, 1:2.5, and something like that. To do away that inconsistency, this OM was brought in. But then the commission themselves have violated this OM this time, which I think it is not appreciable. By doing so, many aspirants might have deprived of the opportunity, and that is what I see in it. But as Bagri sir said, I think the game for this time is over. I don't see recalling or reopening the issue once again. But then, at least the commission should do a lot of research, word for word. They should do research, and there should not be any ambiguous, interpretation. And somebody says this is the ceiling limit. Somebody says this should be the fixed limit. Somebody says if there are, if this, 1:3 and 33%, 45%, which is more important? Which should be given more importance? Which should be given the priority? These kinds of talks are there, which is actually, as Bagri sir said, this 33%, 45% is actually past system. Academic. This is academic system. This is not in competitive system. In competition, this time, as all of us know, 4 posts of Deputy SP have gone vacant. Now, what is the benefit of keeping this post vacant? Is there any benefit to the society? Is there any loss if these aspirants, 192 aspirants, had they been allowed to appear for the Viva post, these 4 posts of Deputy SP would not have gone vacant, and they would come to service for the society only. So I think we as member of the society, we should also air our opinion as to how we should go about. Thank you.
So, so according to the aspirant, they stated that the commission interpretation of rule number 3 of OM 2008, right? So that कि अगर जैसे कि APSC candidate ने as advertised, there are enough, if let's put it in a simple way, if there are enough APSC candidates equivalent to the advertised post, that is 111 APSC candidates for 111 posts, right? So hence, matlab to there is no need for candidate in 1:3 ratio, right? Your take on this?
Again, if there are 111 posts, and yes, if 111 APSC candidates have been called for interview, so if they say that it's enough, if it is if 111 candidates have been called for interview, so if they say it is enough, no need to call for more candidates, then what is the use of that 1:3? What is the use of that OM 2008? So here are 3 important points. One is 1:3. Second is 33%, and the third is 45% aggregate. 33% is in each paper, 45% in aggregate. Now, as we said, as we think, as we perceive, 33% and 45% issue is basically academic. This does not have much relevance as far as competitive examinations is concerned.
Okay.
So they should have they should have given more importance to 1:3, 1:3. And one more thing I'd like to bring in, that they have circulated that they have adopted the UPSC pattern of conducting the examination.
10% in each.
So now they say that they have brought in the UPSC pattern. But then, what is the UPSC pattern here? The qualifying marks is 25% marks in English paper, and in all other subjects 10%. So they have brought the UPSC pattern of the examination. They have brought in the UPSC level of difficulty has been kept at UPSC level, and the bar to be crossed has been kept at 3 times higher than the UPSC. So how is it possible? So if this happens, so certainly this kind of chaos will be there, and I think at least this time, okay, let gone be by gone, but the commission should, and we would like to see positive rectification, positive changes in days to come.
Okay. So I think we are quite clear on OM background now, right? So moving on to the next topic, it's on the syllabus. So no other person but Joram Begi sir would be the right person to, start with this topic. So according to the aspirant, they stated that the new APPSC syllabus has completely overlooked Arunachal and Northeast topic in its syllabus, unlike the old syllabus pattern. Your view on it, sir?
Well, we call it Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission.
Yes,
It's not the All India Public Service Commission
not UPSC.
or for the Union Public Service Commission. So it has to have a local relevance.
Yes.
It's not that, local, there is no text available, subject available and all. We know that our State University, now Central University, Rajiv Gandhi University, has also developed syllabus. Maybe it is economics, regional economics.
History, political science.
Or history, political science is a regional. So all are there.
Even in anthropology.
So this is a very rich background, Northeast region in general and Arunachal Pradesh in particular. So I really do not know why the local, regional subjects are not being kept. It should have. For the All India, UPSC is there.
Yeah, UPSC
they will
is
have
there.
to take care of entire.
Yes.
So if you see in the all states, maybe Bihar or maybe UP or maybe Tamil Nadu, or for that matter,
Yes.
Manipur, Mizoram, Meghalaya, Nagaland, or even Assam, their respective public service commission has to have at least some percentage of questions on the state concern or the regional, northeastern region. So this is okay. The theory part is all right. The grammatical part is all right. The subject matter is all right. You have if it is a physics, you cannot have a local physics. If you have a mathematics, you cannot have a Arunachal based commission. That we understand. But then the question of general studies,
Yes.
where the geography, the
history.
history, all kind of this
And
local.
politics.
This has to have. So this, I think, this last examination is, I'm told that nothing of the Arunachal Pradesh, not to speak of, Northeast. So this is totally, sometime I think Arunachal Pradesh Subordinate Service Board has also set a questions which are obsolete information.
Yes.
So unnecessarily some hiccups, protest came up.
Yes.
That means the question setter does not know anything about this region or this state. So therefore, that has to, after all, it is a state public service commission.
Yes.
Exactly.
So state should not be totally remain absent.
Mm.
It has to have.
It has to.
And we know, say as for example, administrative or constitutional evolution of Arunachal Pradesh is a very, everybody should know how from 1873 onwards, how Arunachal has evolved up to 1987 until today. So there's a lot of things people need to know. Any educated person should know.
Exactly.
Its culture, its environment, biodiversity. So this has to. So why not it is totally absent of the local or regional is a question to be pondered why it has happened.
I feel like this problem of Arunachal, not just Arunachal, but Northeast being overlooked in the syllabus is very deeply rooted, And yeah, so we'll move on into the next question, heading on to Nabam Cholo, sir, finally. Sir, so in the past 1 year, ये देखा गया है कि अरुणाचल और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को लेके कुछ भी क्वेश्चन सेटअप नहीं हुआ है ना तो मतलब इन ऑल द स्टेजेस ऑफ द एग्जामिनेशन आप एपीपीएससी बोलो या फिर एपीएसएसपी बोलो आपका क्या मतलब राय है इसको लेके व्हाट इज योर व्यू ऑन दैट
This is very serious issue because Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission is supposed to have its syllabus and question paper related to Arunachal Pradesh. And when they have syllabus, Public Service Commission is supposed to concern the Rajiv Gandhi University. There are the professor, different department, different discipline in the state. Earlier it was Arunachal University. And other university, Public Service Commission in Assam, Meghalaya, Mizoram, in northeastern regions. All the syllabus is the syllabus cover and the Public Service Commission in the state and the concern with this university syllabus. Those students who are passing out from the undergraduate student pass out and even the PG and that syllabus is covered in the contained in this Public Service Commissions. So last time that prelim examination, either 2017 or 18, prelim examinations that was conducted by Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission, that was copy paste from the Jammu and Kashmir and any other in the state, copy paste, and it was not relevant to the in Arunachal Pradesh, the context of Arunachal Pradesh, even in the northeastern region. No question was related to or pertaining to the northeastern region. Question was not set there in the context of Arunachal Pradesh because the university, Rajiv Gandhi University in the state, Lone University, it was in the earlier Arunachal University. Now this university, whatever students inside or outside of Arunachal Pradesh, we don't say that it completely this syllabus should be from Arunachal Rajiv Gandhi University. But 40 or 30% that syllabus should contain from the Rajiv Gandhi University or any other northeastern regions. Why this, even this present context and the recently examination held, there is no question from the northeastern region related to the university syllabus. And there was no question from Arunachal Rajiv Gandhi University, the syllabus which is the students doing and they are passing, those who have already passed and they have done their degree from the Rajiv Gandhi University. And keeping this university, the question should have been set in in context of Arunachal Pradesh, there was no question. So this is very serious issue. In coming generations, it is a grim situation for the students community of Arunachal Pradesh, grim situation for the young people who are pursuing their further study in the Arunachal Pradesh, in outside of Arunachal Pradesh. So this is the serious ramifications, serious modifications that has to be done. Whether government has taken, they have taken decision. The Article 309 of the Constitution of India, any rule frame, laid down norm has to be under the Constitution of Article 309, and amendment has to be made on 100 Article 162 of the Constitution of India, and the Union Public Service Commission is to amendment any legislation by Parliament or act of in the state legislature.
Assembly.
73, Article 73 of the Constitution of India, the Parliament can make any law in the context of the Public Service Union Public Service Commission. And 162 of the Constitution of India, the state government can have a law on the matter and the pertaining to the Public Service Commission of the state. Whether this syllabus change, recent syllabus change from Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission was made that from this recent period to this time, they have either made an amendment. This should have been made certain that lay down norms as per provision of the Constitution. Nobody is above the Constitution. As per Constitution of India, this prime rule has to be framed. And there cannot be the executive instruction that anything can be bypassed beyond the Constitution of India. Nobody is above the Constitution of India.
Okay. So we'll
Now,
move on.
only I would like to add is this under the relevant section of the Act or maybe Constitution, the operational rules are framed.
Okay.
So this syllabus and other thing comes under rules. The Public Service Commission, they are very much competent to frame rules. It is not even the Public Service Commission. It is the nodal department of the appropriate government has to frame the rules. And while framing rules, they should have taken care of all the local relevance.
Yeah.
And not that, everything just, national level. Is to be a national level is good, I must say. Our officers, our, students, they must know national. But at the same time, they should not forget the regional or the local. That is the issue. That is what.
अरुणाचल का बारे में बाहर का लोग तो कुछ भी नहीं जानते हैं। तो
Exactly.
अभी हम क्या खुद भी नहीं जाने हैं। ये तो हो गया ना। अभी अदर डे आई वाज सीइंग इन सोशल मीडिया, किसी को पूछा अरुणाचल कहाँ में है, वो बोलता है बेंगलोर में होगा। ऐसा बहुत सारा लोग देखा होगा। ये सब क्या अभी अगर हमारा अरुणाचल पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन अगर अरुणाचल का बारे में कुछ भी क्वेश्चन पूछना छोड़ देगा तो हमारा बच्चा पढ़ना छोड़ेगा ही, ऑब्वियस है। इम्पोर्टेंस देना छोड़ेगा ही, इसीलिए इम्पोर्टेंस देना ही पड़ेगा। और एक चीज में इधर कमीशन का जो पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन, व्हेन आई यूज्ड टू बी अ कैंडिडेट वे बैक इन 2003-4, उसमें क्या होता था, ये रिजर्वेशन पॉलिसी को भी रॉन्गली इंटरप्रेट करता था। तब कैसा करता था, ये लोग बोलता था कि 20%
Fixed reservation.
रिजर्वेशन 20% ऑफ द टोटल पोस्ट रिजर्व फॉर नॉन एपीएस थे।
General, right?
हाँ, जनरल। That was fixed, that was reserved for them. Actually, the rule says that is unreserved. Top 20% is unreserved and rest 80% is reserved for APSC candidates. But before अभी भी आप देखिए, अभी भी आप उसका पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन का सेलेक्ट लिस्ट में अभी भी देखिए 2001-2 का सेलेक्ट लिस्ट में अभी भी वो होगा कि नॉन एपीएसटी 10 पोस्ट में। आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर पीएचसी में एक बार एई का रिक्रूटमेंट हो रहा था 2001 में, उसमें नॉन एपीएसटी 7th में था। द नंबर ऑफ पोस्ट वाज अराउंड 10 और 12 ओनली। 7th पोजीशन में एक नॉन एपीएसटी था, ही वाज अपॉइंटेड। यू कैन स्टिल गेट दैट डॉक्यूमेंट। तो उसमें क्या होता था, 1 to 5 में एक नॉन एपीएसटी को देगा ही, तो 1 to 6 to 10 में एक देगा।
roster.
हाँ, तो उसको हम लोग बहुत फाइट किया। फाइट करते करते हम लोग कहाँ पहुंच गया, कमीशन तो मानता ही नहीं है। वो बोलता है कि हम जो कर रहे हैं वो सही है, आप जो बोल रहे हो वो भी हमें सही लगता है, लेकिन हम जो कर रहे हैं वो हम सही कर रहे हैं। देन अभी जैसे सर ने बोला, रेलिवेंट डिपार्टमेंट में हम गए, वी वेंट टू पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट। पर्सनल डिपार्टमेंट में जाके जब हमने ये चीज को बताया, दे वर शॉक्ड, हाउ कुड दे इंटरप्रेट लाइक दैट। Then they wrote letter to commission. Then only the correct interpretation started.
Okay. Sir, आप
Sorry.
एस सर, would you like to put an input on it? Like कुछ आपका कहने के लिए कुछ है? It's been quiet for a very long time, so.
मैं तो कोई भी चीज़ को थोड़ा थर्ड आई से देखता हूँ। और लोग मुझे इसलिए बहुत कंट्रोवर्शियल ह्यूमन बीइंग का रूप में भी लेता है। सी यहाँ पे स्टेट में ये एपीएसएसबी का फियास्को लेके, या ये जो कम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम जो अरुणाचल प्रदेश पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन, ये इशू चलते रहेगा, हमको ऐसे लगता है, ये होते रहेगा, हमको ऐसे दिखाई दे रहा, हम उससे डर है। मेरा कहने का तात्पर्य ये है कि हमारा यहाँ पे लोग कोई भी चीज़ करता है सीरियसली नहीं करता है। इशू होने का बाद पॉलिसी बनना है ना होने से पहले पॉलिसी बनना है, ये बहुत जरूरी चीज़ है। हम ही क्यों बताऊं आपको, आप गवर्नमेंट है, आपके मशीनरी है, आपके पास क्या नहीं है, आपको सब चीज़ दिया हुआ है कि समाज को आप देखो और सोचो, इसके बाद कानून लाओ बोलता है ना, लेकिन आप तो लाता नहीं है। तो जैसे जब कुछ चीज़ कंट्रोवर्सी होता है, इराब हो जाता है, तो तब इधर उधर फाइल ढूंढना शुरू होता था। इसके बाद में बोलता है कि यस यू आर राइट, यू आर राइट, यू आर राइट,
सॉरी दिस टाइम लेट इट गो,
देन हु इज रॉन्ग, वहाँ आ जाता है। एक्चुअली वो चीज़ हुआ यहाँ पे। अभी आई हैव गॉट द न्यूज़ फ्रॉम रिलेवेंट सोर्सेज कि एपी जो पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन का मेंबर्स है, दे आर एक्सेप्टिंग कि दे हैव डन ए रॉन्ग। तो कैसे करके हो गया? इसलिए हम बोलते हैं कि एवरीथिंग शुड बी गाइडेड बाय सर्टेन रेगुलेशन एंड रूल्स। आपको देखना चाहिए। तो मेंबर किसी को अपॉइंटमेंट करता है, क्यों करता है? भरोसा करता है कि उसको वहाँ रिफॉर्म करेगा, लेकिन उसका पास समय नहीं है। क्योंकि हम लोग का एक आदत है अरुणाचली वासियों का कि 2-3 नाव में पाँव रखने का। प्रॉब्लम यहाँ हो रहा है। प्रॉब्लम ये इशू वो इशू नहीं है। इशू क्या है कि हम लोग का ह्यूमन रिसोर्स का जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन है बहुत वीक है, और खुद भी अप्लाई नहीं करता है कि हमको क्या करना है एग्जैक्टली इस जिंदगी में, वो समझ में नहीं आता है। मैं इसलिए ज़्यादा वो सब चीज़ में, हम टेक्निकल चीज़ में नहीं जाऊँगा, लेकिन मैं बोलता हूँ कि कुछ भी चीज़ को अगर आप करने का ये जब समय में आपको करना चाहिए, जैसे कि it would be wrong if I would not mention the name of Joram Begi, who has done reformation in the joint entrance exam. I was also the one of the beneficiary. कि वो क्या करता था पहले में, क्या होता था कि मिनिस्टर लोग का कोटा होता था, ये MBBS का पोस्ट में कोटा, इधर पोस्ट कोटा, लेकिन आफ्टर द कमिंग ऑफ द जोरम बेगी सर, रिफॉर्मेशन टुक प्लेस, और उन्होंने बोला कि नो, द जो टैलेंट है, जो मेरिट है, मेरिट हैज टू बी प्रिवेल। तो क्या है कि हमारा बोलने का तात्पर्य, आई वुड लाइक टू कंक्लूड कि ये पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन ऐसे इंस्टीट्यूशन गलत नहीं है, लेकिन जो लोग वहाँ पे बैठा है उसका नियत ठीक नहीं है, उसके पास समय नहीं है, इसके पास समय नहीं है। हमको अगर देता तो मैं उसको ही दिन रात पढ़ता कि क्या होगा क्या नहीं होगा, है कि नहीं, लेकिन यहाँ पे हम लोग के पास समय नहीं है, इसलिए समय को तय करना चाहिए, मैं यही कहूँगा।
So ma'am, would you like to add up something? One of the women panelists out there would be great.
On which?
On the okay, I'll put out the question for you.
Yeah.
It's like, do state-specific and regional question in syllabus act as a safeguard for local candidate as seen in other Indian states? मतलब एक safeguard play करता है क्या?
I wouldn't say that it acts as a safeguard, but like everyone else has said, this is a state public service commission, so there should be state-specific questions. So if it hasn't been there for the last 2-3 years, it's just grossly wrong. होना चाहिए, ये state का public service commission है, तो state-specific questions होना चाहिए, Or but I wouldn't say that would necessarily be kind of safeguarding the local candidates, because अगर नॉन लोकल कैंडिडेट्स भी अप्लाई करते हैं तो वो डेफिनेटली अगर इंफॉर्मेशन है सिलेबस में वो भी पढ़ेंगे. सो आई डोंट थिंक इट विल act as a safeguard for local candidates. But there should be questions on state-specific topics. It's not like Arunachal में important places नहीं है. Arunachal, it's not like Arunachal doesn't have a history. That the geopolitics of Arunachal is not relevant or it is unimportant. ऐसा तो नहीं है, है ना? तो अरुणाचल का बायोडाइवर्सिटी कितना important है ना? तो बहुत सारा इम्पोर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है अरुणाचल को हमारा स्टेट को लेके. सो इट विल नॉट ओनली सिर्फ उसके लिए नहीं है, बाकी नॉन APSC कैंडिडेट्स को फिल्टर करने के लिए नहीं, लेकिन इवन एज एन एजुकेशन इट विल प्ले अ रोल ऑफ एन एजुकेटिव रोल प्ले करेगा इफ वी हैव क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम द स्टेट ऑफ द स्टेट, नॉट फ्रॉम द स्टेट, ऑफ द स्टेट. And chunki, because we do not have the school curriculum system does not have state-specific lessons, chapters, है ना? तो हम लोग कितना डाइवर्स है अरुणाचल, है ना? बहुत डाइवर्स है. तो यहाँ रह के ईटानगर का बच्चा चांगलांग के बारे में नहीं जानता है ना? क्योंकि हमारा करिकुलम में नहीं है, स्कूल करिकुलम में नहीं है ना? हम इंडिया के बारे में जानता है, पूरा दुनिया के बारे में जानता है, बट वी डू नॉट नो अबाउट आवर ओन स्टेट, है ना? सो ये बहुत ज़रूरी है. जब तक स्कूल करिकुलम में स्टेट स्पेसिफिक सब्जेक्ट्स इंट्रोड्यूस नहीं हो, जितना भी छोटा बड़ा जितना कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स है उसमें हमारा स्टेट स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चंस डेफिनेटली होना चाहिए. अगर नहीं है तो होना चाहिए, करना चाहिए. ये कमीशन को भी नोट करना चाहिए. या इट विल नॉट, एज आई सेड कि वो नॉन लोकल कैंडिडेट्स को फिल्टर करने में मुझे नहीं लगता है ज़्यादा काम आएगा, है ना? लेकिन एजुकेशन के पर्पस से भी रखना चाहिए क्वेश्चन.
Would you like to add up something on that, sir?
See, मैं तो हमेशा इंडिजिनस के लिए ही बात करता हूँ और मेरा लाइन भी वो क्लियर है. एंड उसका मतलब को गलत मतलब नहीं लेना चाहिए कि आई डोंट लव द नॉन नेटिव्स. हम उसे भी प्यार करता है, वी आर आफ्टर ऑल इंडियन. बट मैं हमेशा मेरा मैसेज क्लियर होता है. आप मेरा घर में आइए मेहमान का रूप में, हक मत चीनिए, है कि नहीं? हक मत चीनिए. इसका मतलब आप मेहमान नहीं है, आप एग्रेसर है. मैं मानूंगा ऐसे. इंट्रूडर. हाँ, इंट्रूडर. आपने मैंने कि धजिया उड़ाने आया.
It's quite interesting the term he uses.
So हम तो सोचता, देखिए मैम, हम तो वही बोलेगा कि 80-20 को तो हम देखो, प्रायर टू 80-20 देयर वाज नो पॉलिसी, नो 30-20 नथिंग. लेकिन आफ्टर द इंटरवेंशन ऑफ द आचे नाबम जोलो सिटिंग बिहाइंड मी, आपसू इंटरवेंशन का बाद में दिस 80-20 पॉलिसी काम अप ना. तो ये 80-20 जो अभी मेरा ख्याल से ये स्क्रैप होना चाहिए. क्यों? उस समय में क्या था कि मेरा पढ़ने वाला कम था. जैसे कि अच्छे जो हम बेगिन लोगों के समय में कुछ लोग लिमिटेड था. हम अगर 100% भी दे तो हम सीट खाली पड़ा रहता. नाउ तो वी आर एजुकेटेड ना, वी कैन कम्पीट, लेकिन गिव अस अपॉर्चुनिटी. और हम लोग 100% करना चाहिए. इफ यू कंपेयर द रिक्रूटमेंट रूल्स in a public service Meghalaya Public Service Commission or Nagaland or the other North Eastern state, वो लोग का क्लियर है क्राइटेरिया. if you want to fill up the post, then सबसे पहला क्राइटेरिया क्या होता है कि सबसे पहले यहाँ का PRC होना है कि नहीं? वहाँ का मिजो लैंग्वेज को जानना है. मैं समझ में नहीं आता हूँ कि अरुणाचल में ये सब सोचने वाला आदमी क्यों नहीं होता है. है कि नहीं? मैं ऐसे वो लोगों का तलाश कर रहा हूँ.
सोचने वाले लोग हैं. Those people who are at the helms of affairs, they are not thinking about this.
शायद उसको सोचने का अच्छा जगह भी नहीं मिलता होगा, है कि नहीं? जैसे कि हमारा जोरम बेगी शाह लोग अच्छा सोच वाला था, लेकिन उसका सर्विस अभी खत्म हो गया, है कि नहीं? तो उसको और सोचने के लिए कोई जगह देना चाहिए.
ये सर्विस कर रहा हूँ.
तो ये है सबसे मैंने कि ओवरऑल यही बोलना चाहूँगा कि right person should be in the right place.
Yes.
All right. So we were sailing into the very interesting topic, and 80:20 ratio. Now let us tell you what is this 80:20 ratio. Well, basically 80:20 ratio is a reservation criteria set up by the government where 80% is reserved for APST and 20 for general. So let us get to know more about it. So, Dada, would you like to put in more about it? More information about it?
Yes, this 80:20 ratio, it was actually started in the year 1990,
Okay.
Office Memorandum of 1990. So initially it was for the grade B post, direct recruitment. But subsequently, with the passage of time, this ratio was amended and more posts were brought into this category. So according to 2001, the Office Memorandum of 2001, this criteria was made a part of this recruitment process in the APPSC and other state service exams. So 80:20, as you said, it is 80% is reserved for the APSC candidates and 20% is unreserved. So according to, recently we have apprised this issue. It's because this was introduced, as I said, in the year 1990. And now we are in 2021. So there is a big time gap. That it has been almost 3 decades now. So this criteria needs to be reviewed. That's what we have apprised our concerned government. So today we have our respected panelists. So we will have more knowledge about this. We'll have more discussion.
Sir, would you like to enlighten about it more?
Yeah, this 80:20, let us make it very clear that 20% unreserved, oblique open. It should be called as open. And 80% reserved. So this is what it says. So that means even APST student who are supposed to be within that 80%, even if some of them get into that 20%, so they should get more than 80% seats. That is what the meaning. This is one. And the other thing, my personal feeling is this, that I've gone through your papers and all. You are suggesting that it should be made 100%. And what Tadak has said that this reservation policy was started in 1990. And today it is 2021. It's long back. So it should be reviewed.
Yes.
So my point is that that point of time, it was made that group that is grade 4. Grade 4 means peon and chowkidar and others. So that was made 100% for APST. And grade 3, that means all this LDC, UDC and all. So there also it was made 80:20. And group B, group A also 80:20. Now my personal opinion is that it's good suggestion. Unemployment is very high and people are more educated and all. But it's still, my suggestion would be that in case of group A, let it be continue as 80:20. But up to that of, a grade 3, especially by this Arunachal Pradesh Subordinate Service Selection Board. So that post which are, now more about this grade 4 staff, no longer they are called as grade 4, they are called multitasking. So they come, they come under group, grade 3. So this grade 3 post, up to grade 3, it should be 100%, considering the present scenario of unemployment and education level. However, for at least for some more time, the group A should continue 80:20, because if people, as I said, the 20% is not a reserve, 20% is open, and our youth can very much get into that 20% also. And at the same time, we need some kind of exposure or mixing up or maybe just to comparative, just seeing the efficiency of performance and all. Some kind of that, keeping some post open is necessary at this stage, at the group A level. That is my view.
And what's your opinion on that?
My opinion would be, I think it's high time we re-looked at it. Maybe 20 is too high a percentage. Maybe we can bring it down to 10 or maybe 5.
Changes.
कुछ changes होना चाहिए. और like sir also has said on Tadak has said, अभी हमारे बहुत सारे qualified बच्चे हैं. 30 साल पहले, 30 years back we didn't have many candidates even to fill the vacancy. Now we have lots of candidates, educated, qualified candidates, local candidates. So maybe we can look at the percentage, maybe rethink, review, and see to bring it down maybe. And maybe the question many are asking, is it really necessary? 20% वो रखना ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि other northeastern states are not keeping it, They is 10%, because also Arunachal is a 10% state, tribal state है. Nagaland doesn't have. Nagaland का भी 10% indigenous Naga के लिए है, ST और indigenous Naga के लिए है. Manipur so is with Manipur and Mizoram. So maybe it's time we re-look at it.
Yeah, bring at least some amendment.
Yeah, some amendment. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about the calendar that APPSC they bring it up. It has been stated that APPSC, failure to strictly adhere to its yearly calendar not only tends to stretch out the examination timeline, but at the same time it's really unfair for the candidate. These are some statements by the aspirant. It's unfair for the candidate, and it's unfairly affecting the candidate of numerous ages criteria hota hai na. It is affecting them a lot. So sir, would you like to shed some light on it, because you've been there, on the system as well? So
As far as calendar is concerned, yes, even UPSC, they publish calendar dates and they complete the process according to the time schedule. So if they can do, and all other state PSCs, they do this, and even our Public Service Commission try to do it, attempt to do it, but now what is the reason? Why? What are the impediments that are becoming a stumbling block for our PSC to complete the examination process in scheduled time? So yes, our PSC should also be equipped with such resources that they complete the examination process in scheduled time, and there should not be the time overrun. If time overruns, a lot of people really get affected.
Yeah.
Lot of people, really, a lot of aspirants really get affected, and that change their life. This changed their life. So we cannot be lackadaisical on such issue, which really affect the life of our children, life of our future. So we really should equip our PSC with all resources to enable them to complete the recruitment process strictly in time. And if those impediments which were becoming stumbling block for the commission, and due to which they were not able to complete the recruitment process, they should be done away with, they should be equipped with, they should be addressed. And yes, this is one of the most important issue that future generation and present aspirants are facing. They should be really equipped, and we cannot compromise on this. We cannot tell every time, we cannot come up with every time with the one or the other excuses. And excuses हम अगर बनाते रहेंगे तो बच्चे तो frustrated होंगे ही. Frustrated होने से तो ये सब frustration में कौन क्या नहीं बोलेगा, है कि नहीं?
तो इसीलिए हम बच्चे अगर हल्ला कर रहे हैं तो क्यों हल्ला कर रहे हैं, हम हल्ला करने का वजह देते हैं, है कि नहीं, हम लोग कारण बनते हैं, हम कारण देते हैं, इसीलिए बच्चे हल्ला करते हैं. और I'd like to share here one quote. Society is suffering a lot not because of the action of bad people, but because of silence of good people. So I think good people really should not keep silent. They should air their voice, they should air their opinions, they should come forward with the positive suggestions so that we contribute towards this progressive society. We really need to contribute.
Yeah, so let's talk about age relaxation, right? So there's this demand, the aspirant have demanded that for one time, there should be a one-time age relaxation hona chahiye for the candidates. So what's your view on that, Beki sir? Would you like to put some light on it?
I've seen their memorandum that, to be very honest, this is a good demand, but then they may feel that once this is accepted, then they will be, admitting their fault. So that kind of a weakness may come up. So this particular point, one. Secondly, I've seen that unlike other states, we have 32 years is the normal.
Yes, 32.
And for ST, it is 5 years. Means 37. 37 is quite a good thing, that because even if somebody is selected and appointed, he should also have time in service. And apart from that, those in service, of course, they should have relevant relaxation. Handicapped people should get relevant relaxation. Or even UPSC says defense service people should get this. So I have not much to say about this, but of course one thing, that this 2020 examination was conducted for the first time
Yes.
under the new syllabus, where we are raising a lot of question mark on it. So keeping that, yes, for a one-time relaxation for a particular batch
Yes.
can be thought of if this, because for no fault of them,
Yes.
because of the defective rules,
Raising
They are
the
to
bar
suffer.
beyond that.
so they can. In other words, I mean to say that it's not necessary to raise the 38 years for APSC beyond, but then one-time relaxation can be given to the
Yes.
sufferers, the deprived one, affected people.
Yes.
That can be thought of.
Tarak, what's your view on that?
I completely agree with sir. See, when we started this whole movement, when we raised these issues, there were some genuine concerns. So when we approached the concerned authorities, somehow they accepted that there were errors. And since this was as sir said, this new pattern was brought for the very first time. So it was prone to have, commit certain errors. So, but unfortunately, among the appearing candidates, there were so many candidates, in around from out of 1,210 candidates, there were around 150 to 200, there were such candidates. For them, it was the last attempt. And among these candidates, there are deserving candidates. Some of them have even appeared for this UPSC mains couple of times. So, because of the errors in the recruitment rules, these deserving candidates, they have been unfairly deprived. So, we are not asking that they should be directly recruited. We're only asking is just give them one more fair chance. So that, because this kind of instance have happened in the UPSC as well. In the year 2013, when CSET was brought for the very first time, many issues came up. So UPSC and central government, they sat together and they gave one more chance to the respective candidates. And even in 2020, when this exam, because of the COVID situation, the exam was postponed to 2021. But in this process, many of the candidates, their age bar were getting, affected. So the central government, along with the UPSC, they unanimously they came with the conclusion that the affected candidates, they should be given one more fair chance. So I think our state government, as our sir said, I think this is fair enough. We are not asking too much. Give them one more fair chance. That's all.
So, I mean, through our discussion, I can evaluate the time that the commission they take a lot to sort of come into certain conclusion, right? So, Begi sir, do you think that in result in line to the declaration of result, do you think that the commission should really consider on it the time that is taken to really declare the result?
In any selection matter, there must be a time frame, and you should take minimum time. So, for example, many of you made mention about my reform in the joint entrance examination.
Even nearest.
This is like that. Just I go back to this. I think I was the first person who introduced this OMR system, the computer revolution. And of course, before me, one of the directors, they started computerizing it, the results, but made mess of it. So it was even reverted back to, manual system. So I mean to say that even if you use the technology, a computer, whatever, or machine, if you use machine for anything, the most important is that the man behind the machine is more important.
Yes.
It should have a good intention.
Yes, exactly.
That is very, very important. So this matter has happened. So when I introduced this OMR for the first time, I used to declare result within 24 hours.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, my evaluation was completed within 12 hours from the last hour of the examination. So by 10 p.m. or like that, I used to complete. But I had to wait for next day because I need to get the government approval through secretary, minister, like that, approval. So that was the taken time. And for that also, I used to tell the minister, on that day I'm going to declare result, you must be in the station. Or if you are not there for any day, you must authorize the secretary to, this thing. And I used to tell the secretary, you must be there on that day. If you are not there, you authorize me to directly mark file to the minister. So this was the arrangement. And they all agreed, and fortunately, all of them used to be cooperate. So when I used to declare, say yesterday was examination, today, this morning at 10:11 result is declared. So how I did was that when I used to conduct examination center up to, from Neris to up to Chimpu. Maybe about 10 centers conducted the various colleges, schools and all. So when the second paper is going on, I used to evaluate the first paper, feed in computer. And that way, when, as I said, by 10 p.m. in the evening, evaluation completed and all. The difference is that I found, number one, that in the manual system of evaluation, they are used to be, at the best of our effort, they are used to be 10 to 15% error. The result was always error. Then computer result was 100% accurate. And time taken in the manual system was up to 3 months. And computer evaluation, as I said, within 24 hours. So this time healing is very, very important. If you are keeping this, you are not giving any chance to interfere. Maybe you have a lot of pressure from the political bosses, from your society, even Apsu, Ansu, and all kind of, and relatives and all kind of thing. All will come. Mera ye candidate dekh do na. So I used to say that
Computer
Let
is
me.
doing.
So when they come, they become late. So I used to complete that. I said that it is already result is prepared and declared. So like that, and also people used to say that अरे अगर देर होगा तो कुछ पक रहा है.
हाँ, अंदर कुछ पक रहा है.
अंदर कुछ पक रहा है. That is the belief.
हाँ.
Even if you are doing your best, but people will have a doubt. So when I used to do, maybe somebody said it might be 2008 or 6 or something like that. This entire Public Service Commission team had come to me. By the time Dr. Ligu Tacho was the chairman, and the other members, President Chief Information Commission, Rinchin Dorji, he was member, and many other members. The secretary, under secretary, controller, examination, all of them had come to me. Say said, आपका क्या मैजिक है? और within 24 hours आपको result declare करता है. I told them this is the OMR machine and you are to do that, and I'm ready to extend.
Okay.
So same is the case. The police service. Hibu Robin was the by the time police service commission. He had also come. So like that, I started teaching this,
The movement.
and NERIS also. It used to take manual, a technical university, DIM university, but they used to do manual. I said nothing doing. You are a technical institution, you should have been the first to do it. I called all the professors and all, let us do it. I brought my expert from the higher education, technical education, and made them to teach. The professor, a technical diploma holder used to teach, computer electronics professions. So like that I started. Of course, NERIS used to have an entire region, like Sikkim or Mizoram is quite far off. So I said that we must be able to give the result within 1 week. Because on third day, fourth day, only papers start coming. So NERIS also started this computerizing the true OMR, result giving within 1 week, which used to take 2-3 months earlier. So that way. And when this recently, APSSB, that episode had happened. So I know only the result, only the reason of this kind of happening is that lot of time is given to them. No time, sir. So therefore my suggestion, especially of the preliminary, of even the Public Service Commission, to me, I think they should not take more than 1 week to declare the result. If this, or even for the
Mains.
there should be reasonable time. When I used to conduct written tests for all this Group C, Group D, and Group B post, there also I make a point to declare the written result within 48 hours. And the next day, the Viva taken, and the same day, the result is given in a notice board. So that time factor is very, very important. This service commission, maybe the SSB or maybe a Public Service Commission or National Public Service Commission, they should take care of this. And after all, they are using technology. Why they should take so much of time?
All right. It's been, so basically they need to, evaluate and come with a comprehensive solution in regards to this, right? So moving on to our next topic is that, this is very apt question for you, ma'am. The present ratio of male to female in DSP, right? So there are 104 male DSP and 3 female DSP, right? And what is your take on that? It's like there's some imbalance going on.
That's
yeah?
ridiculous. That does not even, वो calculator भी वो fail कर जाएगा ratio निकालने के लिए, है ना? That's ridiculous. That's absurd. Completely absurd. उसको उर्दू में बोले से वाहियात बोलेगा, तो ratio is वाहियात. And I think it's to do with the physical criteria, eligibility criteria that the APCSC has, set, fixed on. So which I think like Hare also said before कि जो हमारा PSC ने जो सेट करके रखा है क्राइटेरियाज which is 3 times above the national eligibility criteria. Public service Union Public Service Commission का जो criteria है उसे 3 times ऊपर रखा है. Even for this, है ना, जो DSP का physical eligibility criteria है. UPSC के हिसाब से the UPSC says there is a relaxation for UPSC का हिसाब से for female tribals और जितना घरवाली है जो भी है ना SC STs है उनके लिए 1 point कितना है 145 है. तो हमारा स्टेट का है 158 ना 158 सेंटीमीटर हाइट का. तो विच इज 5.2 ना 5 feet to ये 5.2 ये है. तो हमको देखना चाहिए द कमीशन एंड पीपल इन कमीशन एंड ऑल ऑफ अस शुड सी कि हम किस अरुणाचल के लोग फ्रॉम विच जेनेटिक स्टॉक वी कम फ्रॉम, है ना. तो हम किस रेशियल और जेनेटिक स्टॉक से आते हैं वो हमको देखना चाहिए. हमारा फीमेल का अरुणाचल का जो एवरेज हाइट है वो 145 है. उसमें आप 158 ढूंढने जाओगे, है ना, आपको कहाँ से कैंडिडेट मिलेगा. इट्स नॉट लाइक द गर्ल्स आर नॉट कैपेबल, इट्स नॉट लाइक दे आर नॉट एलिजिबल, है ना. तो आप ये तो आई वुड लाइक टू से आई वुड से दैट ये तो जानबूझ के वीमेन को वर्क फोर्स में रोकने के लिए, नहीं लाने के लिए जानबूझ के उतना, है ना, ऊपर का क्राइटेरिया बना के रखा है. दिस इज रिडिकुलस एंड आई एम सरप्राइज अभी तक ये इशू को क्यों एड्रेस नहीं किया गया है ना. मुझे पता नहीं था क्योंकि आई नेवर सेट फॉर आई नेवर रिटन दिस पब्लिक सर्विस एग्जाम. तो मैंने नहीं दिया, मुझे पता नहीं था. इट्स इग्नोरेंस ऑन माई पार्ट ऑल्सो, बट आई एम सरप्राइज अभी तक स्टूडेंट यूनियन ने ये इशू क्यों नहीं उठाया. आप सुने अनसुने, है ना. और इवन हमारा जो गर्ल्स लेडीज जितना एस्पायरेंट्स है, जितना सक्सेसिव बैचेस में, उन लोगों ने अभी तक आज तक कोई एक फोरम में भी क्यों नहीं उठाया. ये बहुत ही ताज्जुब की बात है. क्वाइट सरप्राइजिंग कि अभी तक किसी ने इस मुद्दे पे बात नहीं किया. एंड दिस शुड बी डन अवे विद. उसको नेशनल यूपीएससी का जो क्राइटेरिया है आप उसके बराबर करो,
उसे थोड़ा कम रखो,
कम ही करो,
कम ही रखो.
देखो ना,
नेशनल लेवल देयर इज नो पॉइंट. नेशनल स्टैंडर्ड से ज्यादा स्टैंडर्ड इधर मांगे. व्हाट इज द पॉइंट.
हाँ, आप 6 फीट का वो अगर 6 फीट का वो आप एसपी बन के आपके हाइट से चोर को पकड़ेंगे, है ना. आपका हाइट में है ना, आप लंबा होने से आप चोर को या डकैत को पकड़ पाएगा, टेररिस्ट को आप पकड़ पाएगा. वो तो दिमाग से करना पड़ेगा ना. आप तो आप जो आपका इंटेलिजेंस ब्रेन ही तो काम करेगा, शरीर तो पूरा काम नहीं करेगा ना. दौड़ भाग तो आपका नीचे का कांस्टेबल दौड़ेगा, एसपी हर समय दौड़ता नहीं रहेगा ना चोर के पीछे. तो दिस इज रिडिकुलस. ये जो क्राइटेरिया है फिजिकल एलिजिबिलिटी का क्राइटेरिया, इसको नीचे लाना है. आप यूपीएससी के बराबर लाओ या उसे नीचे ही लाओ, उसे नीचे ही लाओ ना. देखो फिर देखना कि कितना हमारा गर्ल्स कितना ना, कितना एकदम क्विकली आपका वैकेंसी को फिल करेगा. और उससे ज्यादा आपको फिर पोस्ट भी क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा.
तो इसके वजह से इस बार 4 एसपी डीएसपी का पोस्ट वैकेंट गया. तो क्वेश्चन ये है कि उसे समाज को फायदा क्या हो रहा है. समाज को नुकसान पहुंचा रहे हैं ना, आप फायदा पहुंचा रहे हैं.
इसमें मैं कैन आई ऐड समथिंग
Yeah,
मोर.
yeah, sure.
Number one point I would like to raise is that today, especially in higher education, the ratio is women are not behind. They are rather ahead
Yes.
among the APST. They are a little ahead of even the male. So the performance in the Public Service Commission examination should be proportionate or commensurate to that percentage. I really do not know why till today only one female candidate has been directly selected for PSP. This is a matter of concern. So this is one. The second thing is that let us make it very clear that Public Service Commission, many occasions, this question paper and all, they are taken up as per UPSC. The rules here, I do not know why they have not followed that. UPSC says that for general candidate, it has to be 160 centimeter. And for female candidate, 145. And this 145 also, they are very specifically mentioning. That is for ST. And also ST of the northeastern region. They have made mention, northeastern region has been mentioned. And also the races. Races like Gurkha, Gurkhalis, and
Gharwali.
SMEs,
Gharwali.
SMEs, Garhwalis. So those are Nagas. These are already mentioned. So we are sitting in this region, but outside the national organization has already given you relaxation.
But
The bar is lowered for us. Why has our own state
PSC
commission has raised the bar for us?
beyond our reach.
So that is why I think I would suggest that State Public Service Commission should review this. This is one important area. Otherwise, we will not be doing justice. Gender discrimination will come in here.
So it's already
Surprising,
existing.
Isn't it surprising for anybody that the commission, our commission, State Public Service Commission, says that they are adopting the pattern of the Union Public Service Commission, and they are supposed to follow in totality what is there in what has been prescribed by the Union Public Service Commission. They say they are adopting this in one way, in other way they are saying that we are implementing this, which they have already discarded themselves. Selectively they are implementing
some of the
the
rules,
tougher
yeah.
ones
Yeah.
from UPSC
And
the tougher ones from the earlier PSC notification, and other way around from UPSC. Difficulty level has been raised, but the standard or the other criteria have tougher criteria from our state has been
elevated
kept
again.
is earlier. Why this dubious or ambiguous stand of our state PSC? I just don't
And
understand.
especially with the rising crimes against women, I think it's very important that we have women police officers at all levels. है ना? तो
And
बहुत जरूरी
it is
है
interesting that 21 new women police station are going to be established. So
Who are
I mean, how
going
we
to
are
man
going
it?
to appoint
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
right?
There are no
So-
women police officers.
Yeah, so moving towards our next, coming back to the reservation, all right? So my first question, not my first, the next question to you would be, is Iloda sir, as commonly practiced in other northeastern states like Manipur, Mizoram, Nagaland, etc., wherein certain stringent safeguard, जैसे कि PRC, working knowledge of regional language, etc., are enforced, which ensures nearly 100% reservation for the respective residing candidates, right? Why do you think Arunachal Pradesh is an exception and has not adopted the same to ensure similar safeguards? What's your view on that?
मैं तो इसमें मेरा तयकौन ये रहेगा कि देखिए हम लोग हमेशा बोलता है आर्टिकल 371H को लेके, हमेशा सोशल मीडिया में भी हम लोगों ने मुहिम छेड़ा हुआ है। मेरा बोलने का तात्पर्य ये है कि हम लोग अरुणाचल का जन्म गलत हुआ है। जैसे कि आप कोई शादी भी होता है, आप वादा वचन करते हो, है कि नहीं, अब हमको पीतेगा कि नहीं, मेरा पर अब डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस करेगा कि नहीं। तो हमारा जन्म जो कैसे हो गया कि अचानक से इधर उधर कोई पता ही नहीं है कैसे आ गया। तो सेम जगह में एक बच्चा जन्म होता है जो मिजोरम है, उसको तो इतना अच्छा सुंदर सा प्रोविज़न दिया हुआ है। हम देखा है 371 जो क्लॉज है कहता है कि स्पेशल स्टेटस टू दी सम स्टेट्स एंड वी अरुणाचल प्रदेश एज ए स्टेट इज कम अंडर दिस सेम प्रोविज़न 371H। अभी 371A को आप देखिए, आप G को देखिए, कितना सुंदर से दिया हुआ है कि कस्टमरी राइट्स को केयर किया गया, लैंड राइट्स एंड ओनरशिप को केयर किया गया, और बहुत सा पार्लियामेंट का एक्ट जो है यहाँ लागू नहीं होगा क्योंकि हम जानता है हमारा यहाँ पे कौन सा सुइटेबल लॉ है। तो जब ये कहता है तो लोग आर्टिकल 14 का सवाल उठाता है, राइट टू इक्वलिटी। सी राइट टू इक्वलिटी इज इन द सेम कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया वेयर द शेड्यूल ट्राइब एंड शेड्यूल कास्ट हैज़ बीन रिजर्व एंड गिवन स्पेशल स्टेटस। तो हमारा ट्राइबल जो है, हमारा यहाँ अरुणाचल भी तो एक ट्राइबल 100% ट्राइबल स्टेट है ना, तो हमको वहाँ पे गौर क्यों नहीं किया गया कि हम ये जो एट पार विद दी मिजोरम का जो स्टेटस में हमको क्यों नहीं लाया गया। हमको 371H में 2 क्लॉज को संतुष्ट करा दिया, हमको बोला है कि अरुणाचल प्रदेश को बोलता है कि 30 सीट से असेंबली का कम नहीं होना है। इसके बाद फर्स्ट क्लोज में आप गौर कीजिए, क्लोज ए में लिखा है कि अनलिमिटेड पावर हैज बीन कन्फर्ड ऑन द गवर्नर ऑफ अरुणाचल प्रदेश। इवन गवर्नर ऑफ अरुणाचल इज नॉट बॉदर टू कंसल्ट विद द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर। तो ऐसे ऐसे लॉ एंड ऑर्डर प्रॉब्लम को ये करने के लिए दिया हुआ है। आई डोंट थिंक ये पेट्रोटिज्म का बात आता है तो हम सोचता है कि एंटायर नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट में हम अरुणाचली से ज़्यादा पेट्रोटिक कोई नहीं है। वी स्पीक हिंदी वेरी वेल, है कि नहीं। और मैं तो हमेशा ये कहता हूँ कि अब इंडिया जो है हमको हमारे लिए क्या कार्य किया है। हमको एक्चुअली एक BFR है, दैट इज पॉपुलरली नोन एज बेंगल ईस्टर्न फ्रंटियर एक्ट 1873। इट इज द ब्लेसिंग ऑफ द ब्रिटिश सरकार। ब्रिटिश जो है ना वो किया है।
और देखे क्या है।
हम लोगों को तो इंडिया इज 1947 का आज़ाद मिला ना, वो होता है 1873। तो 1947 से ये 1873 वाला जो रेगुलेशन को आपने क्यों गौर नहीं किया, आपको स्टूडेंट के लिए क्यों कोशिश नहीं किया। आप उसको वीक करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहा है, इधर से आदमी भेज रहा है, उधर से भेज रहा है। इवन आई हैव हर्ड दैट कि मेनी कॉर्पोरेट्स आर लॉबिंग बिफोर द पार्लियामेंट टू स्क्रैप दिस BFR। हाँ, तो ये बहुत बड़ा चीज़ है। जब हम ऐसे बोलता है तो लोग कहता है कि हम बहुत कमज़ोर है। नहीं, मैं अपना क्षमता बढ़ा रहा हूँ, है कि नहीं।
So, Jolo sir, don't you think that APSU should have raised this issue since you being in it 2 times when it comes to the reservation as well? Don't you think that APSU has been quite silent in this?
Yes,
Interestingly.
APSU should have raised this issue because this is affecting the young people of Arunachal, the young student, those who are person, they are further study. And it is APSU, why APSU, this present, the incumbent, they are selling on the issue, I do not know. And as per my view, this suggests public service commissions, major reform has to be done as per Article 309 of the Constitution that make a rule for this. This can be changed. This syllabus for the Public Service Commission for the state of Arunachal Pradesh, and the major reform has to be done. And this APSU is too late to raise this issue right now, and I think next incumbent conference is going to be, I think, held. So the next this present APSU also whatever community-based student organizations and NGO volunteer organizations, they should raise this issue. This is a very serious concern and very serious matter, and this some of the aspirants they have filed, they have seek the answer sheet, and this commission has not given them this answer sheet. And this is the other copy filed by this Arunachal Pradesh Public Service Commission in 2007. And this order was responding the Arunachal Pradesh Information
So
Commission.
can you flash it to the camera just? एक बार उठा के?
Information Commission.
Yeah.
And respondent Arunachal Pradesh Information Commissioner.
Yes.
And this Honorable Court has, Guwahati High Court, Itanagar Permanent Bench has given role that they have, they make pass an order in favor of Arunachal Pradesh Information Commission. This Public Services Commission has filed a petition counter epidemic against Information Commission. So as per Public Service Arunachal Pradesh Information Commission, the court has given favor in favor of the commission, Information Commission. So answer sheet should be given to
The candidates.
candidates. Candidates. This was a ruling from this High Court. And they are not, as the present Public Service Commission is not following this order. This is once High Court is issued, it is an order of the territorial of this entire North Eastern regions. Once Supreme Court opponents and the order, this is the border country. So this order should have been. This order has yet not quashed. This order has not no review has been done.
No challenge.
No challenge
challenge
has been
has been
done.
met.
This is still stand. It is a commission public.
Public Service
Arunachal
Commission.
Pradesh Information Commission this and in favor of this court has given. So present those who have seek information, the Arunachal Public Service Commission should give their answer script. And they should be allowed to inspect how much mark they have given against each question, against each paper, their right to seek. And they have no right to deny their information.
Okay. So moving on to the next topic, it's in regard to indigenous dialect, right?
Now, can I just
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah,
point?
sure.
This point, what Mr. Lada has said, I don't agree with him. He says that he is wrongly born in Arunachal, so he is out of prostration. He said.
No, I didn't say that. I said
Arunachal
कि
is-
अरुणाचल का जो
जन्म हुआ।
इंडिया में जो मार्च होने का तरीका गलत था.
Okay.
I raised this.
Okay.
Now, anyway, I was.
It wasn't clear.
I
Any
was not-
objection?
Hari
Any
ka
objection
galata.
from the
No,
panel?
you were comparing that Mizoram.
Yes,
people are
Mizoram
getting
and
this,
Nagaland,
that,
yes.
and all. This is the
Yes, yes.
just lighter side. Let me tell you that it's the duty of every one of us to make Arunachal happy home for everybody, including this policy, rules, regulations should be in favor. So that I just wanted to
Lada
say.
sir, would you like
Ah,
to say?
yeah.
Maybe.
ने-
And the second thing, the two things are mixed up. What you have posed question to Loda regarding reservation. I again let me take the help of joint entrance examination. There also, whenever we select candidate, you used to follow 80-20. 80% is reserved for APST, 20% for non-APST.
Okay.
Then that 20% was segregated like this. 10% for state government employees,
Employees.
children of the state government employees. Then 5% for children of the central government employees who are posted and serving in Arunachal Pradesh. Then another last 5% was for the business community who are serving in Arunachal Pradesh, who are settled in, who has got a provisional residential
Yes, yeah.
certificate, maybe inside or capital, wherever. So thereby I mean to say that when you make even that 20%, 80%, this their point of view is that those people who are not connected to Arunachal, they are being given. So I do agree that I've checked up Mizoram,
Nagaland.
Nagaland, Manipur, everywhere.
Yes.
They are this, even the open quota, they should not be lending from somewhere else.
Yes,
They
yes,
should be from that particular state.
Yes, who are not connected to.
And they should have a family
Arunachal.
lineage.
Yes, yes.
Ancestors should be connected to this. So that is why I was referring to joint entrance examination reservation system. Though that 20% is segregated, but it is all are connected to Arunachal Pradesh, not from anybody.
Yes, yes, yes.
This is number one.
Okay.
Number two, you are talking about the language. Miju also said that one must know Miju language. Manipuri also says that Manipuri, Meitei or any tribal, language of Manipur, they must know. So is the case Nagaland or Meghalaya might be doing that. So here I would say that government policy today, sometime I'm wondering. See, first of all, during NEPA days, all government employees, especially non-tribal employees, they used to appear one examination called the language examination. And every employee serving in Adi area must know Adi, Apatani area must know Adi, Apatani, Nisi area, Monpa area, like that. They must, it was compulsory. And whoever they had to learn, and whoever passes that examination used to be given one extra increment in their pay.
Okay.
So incentive was given. Now we are in Arunachal. We are expected to improve more. But the result is that that policy has not been followed. And now even the effect is that our children are not speaking our own languages. So therefore, this is a very pertinent question. I know there is a difficulty in the maybe personality test. Somebody is not knowing the language, or 26 major tribes are there, 26 experts. It's not possible. But some kind of mechanism has to be
Yes.
developed in order to what is called, encourage. All these people are knowing the local relevance. Their administration, after all, they are to know the language of the people whom they are going to serve. Your communication. And thereby language also develops. So this is a very good point raised.
Okay.
The third point, that is the answer sheet, what is called this, I have seen it, and State Information Commission's this rule, and Jolo Saab has made mention. This was like this, that Information Commission has given ruling that answer sheet should be given to the candidate. This was the ruling. That Public Service Commission has declined, and they went to the High Court. The High Court has, after hearing, they have given that yes, they are to be given, but the third party is to be heard after hearing the third party. So after hearing the third party, we are directing the commission to give the answer script, and during my time, whatever asked, it was given. But a new point has been raised, especially last examination. So it is said that they have asked for answer sheets. Answer sheet has been given. The answer sheet, there is no marking. And what Public Service Commission has given, that the total mark of the paper. Now my point here, Dawaju as an the mission principal, she must be knowing that for the sake of confidentiality, it is directed or instructed that the evaluator must not mark on the answer script. And they are to mark on the marking sheet.
Separate paper.
There is a separate paper is given called marking sheet. So they are supposing 10 questions are to be answered. So they are to their question number 1, this much mark, question number 2, this much mark, so on, so on. And even if any question has got the 2 parts, say A, question number 1A or question number 1B, so these are also to be segregated.
Okay.
Now, this whatever information they are furnishing with that blank answer script and
marks.
aggregated mark, that is the total mark, it is incomplete.
Incomplete.
And I would advise that you go to the State Information Commission. And I'm sure if it comes to my court, I would have directed that this information is incomplete. You are to furnish
Indicate.
the complete information,
Yes.
that is the marking sheets of the evaluator.
Yes.
Evaluator, they are more than one. They are more than one. Evaluator A, evaluator B, evaluator C. If 3 evaluators are there, it is divided by 3 and get this. This is the kind of thing they have made. Or if it is 2, they are divided by 2. They will make this aggregate. That aggregate only is being given. The segregated marks are not being. So the Information Commission will direct the Public Service Commission to furnish the segregated marks given in the marking sheets. So this is the process.
So Tadak, what's your view on that?
Sir, as Sir has said, I think he has exactly apprised, he has exactly said what we have apprised. So we are really grateful to you, sir. So I completely agree with him.
on all the aspect of it.
Yes.
Any objection? No.
No, no.
All right. So moving on to our next topic is the definition of non-APST, right? So Lodha sir will.
See,
I'll
actually,
throw it.
I was supposed to make a point on
Okay.
the formation of Arunachal Pradesh.
Okay, we are getting
वो
back all
गलत सुन
around
लिया।
there.
Actually, जब भी कोई डिस्ट्रिक्ट या तो कोई सर्कल या तो स्टेट क्रिएट होता है तो उसका एक एक्ट बनता है, जैसे कि हमारा अरुणाचल प्रदेश स्टेटहुड एक्ट है कि नहीं। तो मेरा बोलने का मीनिंग ये था कि मिजोरम भी तो वही दिन में जन्म हुआ, लेकिन जन्म का साथ उनको बहुत सारा फैसिलिटी दिया। लेकिन हमारा अरुणाचल को जन्म होता है लेकिन 2 क्लॉज पे संतुष्ट करा देता है। एक क्लॉज में ये कहता है 371H का, बी में कहता है कि आपका जो अरुणाचल में जो भी असेंबली होगा वो 30 सीट से कम नहीं होगा। और पहला क्लॉज में ये कहा जाता है कि गवर्नर का पास लॉ एंड ऑर्डर का पावर है,
Special.
वो भी दैट टू विदाउट कंसल्टिंग विद द काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर हु हैज बीन डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड बाय द पीपल ऑफ द स्टेट, है कि नहीं। तो मेरा कहने का तात्पर्य ये है कि why the Arunachal Pradesh as a state have not been given status at par with the Mizoram and the Nagaland, whereas जो अरुणाचल प्रदेश है वो ट्राइबल स्टेट है। तो ये माजरा जो है से कि 371H में 371H is the mother of all issues what we are facing today. We cannot bring a law on our customary rights, land rights, forest rights. I would like to take one instances about the forest issue. Now हमारा अरुणाचल में ऐसे होता है कि जो भी जंगल होता है वो एक क्लान का होता है, पर्टिकुलर क्लान का। बट इन द ऑनरेबल हाई कोर्ट, बिफोर द ऑनरेबल हाई कोर्ट, सम कंपनी कंटेंडेड बाय सेइंग दैट कि द लैंड, द बंजार लैंड, जो भी फॉरेस्ट लैंड है, does not belong to the people because 371H does not confer those rights. ये बहुत बड़ा एक ये है, ये इसका मतलब ये हमारा अरुणाचल को कल को कुछ भी हो सकता है। 371H जो है सब इशू का घुसने जगह है। That's what I mean to say. So straightening of the 371H is very very important in this in this state. So इसलिए हम बोलते हैं कि हमारा नेता को थोड़ा सा सीरियस हो जाओ यार, है कि नहीं।
All right. So do you think that due to the lack of clear definition of non-APST in 2017?
I am coming to that point.
Okay.
सुनिए, मैंने ऑफ कोर्स हम हमेशा ये बोलता है कि कोई भी स्टेट में पॉलिसी हो या रूल्स या एक्ट कुछ भी कानून बनता है तो 2 वर्ग के लोगों के बीच में तू में हुआ करते हैं, वो होता है। दैट इज अ गुड दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ द डेमोक्रेसी, इफ आई वुड से कि उसमें क्या होता है कि पर्सनल लेवल तक नहीं जाना है किसी को भी ना। तो हमने उसमें जो मैरिज एंड इनहेरिटेंस ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी जो ड्राफ्ट प्रपोजल था उसमें सेक्शन जो 1 था डिफिनीशन क्लोज में, उसमें भी एपीएसटी को डिफिनेशन बनाने के लिए थोड़ा कोशिश किया है लेकिन कंप्लीट नहीं हुआ। आई वाज टोटली डिससैटिस्फाइड विद दैट डिफिनेशन कि उसमें कुछ क्लोज था कि बाय बर्थ अरुणाचल में जन्म होने से वो एपीएसटी होगा, तो जन्म तो या नॉन एपीएसटी भी हो रहा है ना। मेरा ये इंटरप्रिटेशन देखिए, जो भी एक्ट का डिफिनीशन क्लोज जो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होता है, डिफिनीशन क्लोज अगर स्ट्रांग रहेगा इंटरप्रिटेशन उस बेसिस में जाएगा, है कि नहीं। तो फिर किसी ने कहा कि सोसाइटी जिसको एक्सेप्ट करेगा वो यहाँ का एपीएसटी हो जाएंगे। तो सोसाइटी कौन सा सोसाइटी को बात करता है हम पता नहीं। सो व्हाट आई मीन टू से इज दैट अभी जैसे कि ये रिक्रूटमेंट प्रोसेस पीएससी अरुणाचल प्रदेश पब्लिक सर्विस कमीशन का रूल्स बनता है, उसमें क्राइटेरिया होना है, हु विल बी द कैंडिडेट, कैंडिडेट का क्राइटेरिया क्या होगा। तो बहुत सा नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट का आगे भी मैंने बोला, उसमें बोलता है कि मिजो लैंग्वेज को जानना है, नागालैंड को जानना है, वाकिफ होना है। तो हमारा यहाँ तो ऐसे प्रोविज़न भी नहीं दिया जा रहा है और डिफिनीशन को थोड़ा सा छेड़छाड़ करने के लिए कोशिश करता है। तो जैसे कि इंस्टेंसेस हम बताएंगे चांगमा एंड हाजोंग, अभी चांगमा एंड हाजोंग को क्या बोलेगा, उसको आप नॉन एपीएसटी बोलेगा, एपीएसटी बोलेगा, क्या बोलेगा, वो पेंडुलम वाला है, उसको आउट कर दिया जाता है बिकॉज चांगमा एंड हाजोंग का पास में पीआरसी नहीं था। अगेन आप जो नॉन नेटिव को फिर रिक्रूटमेंट करता है उसका पास पीआरसी नहीं है ना जो पीआरसी जो अरुणाचल में बसा है, चलो वो अभी डिस्प्यूट्स में है, चलो इंस्टेंस के लिए बोल रहा है, एग्जांपल के लिए, उसको आपने आउट कर दिया बिकॉज यू आर नॉट रेसिडेंट्स ऑफ दिस स्टेट, बट द सेम टाइम यू आर रिक्वेटिंग नॉन नेटिव अदर देन चांगमा हाजोंग, यू आर गिविंग देम स्पेस,
देवी also.
तो अधिवरिया, तो ऐसा चीज़ है। तो कहने का मतलब ये है कि हमारा यहाँ आगे सर लोगों ने भी बोला, मैडम भी बोला, और प्रीवियस पैनल जो है वो बोला है कि आपने पीएससी या यूपीएससी का कानून को, गाइडलाइंस, रूल्स को इम्प्लीमेंट करने के लिए बराबर कोशिश किया, लेकिन आपने हदी को इम्प्लीमेंट किया, आपने फ्लैश को नहीं किया, मीट को आप छुपा के रखा है, ऐसा है। तो आप हम इसका वजह से बहुत लोग डिप्राइव होता है, सो कहने का मतलब ये है कि इन द कंक्लूजन आई वुड प्रीफर टू से दैट कि देखिए, आपका गलत कारनामों का वजह से किसी को सफर नहीं होना है, ये सबसे बड़ा संदेश जाना चाहिए। आप इसलिए आपका जब काम आपको देता है, आप उसको बेखूबी निभाना चाहिए। आपका गलत कारनामा, जैसे कि एज फैक्टर में, नाउ आई वुड प्रीफर टू से इट इन अ ह्यूमनस वे, दिस अरुणाचल प्रदेश सर्विस कमीशन यू नो कम आउट विद अ चैलेंज टू द गॉड कि आपका हाइट कितना होना है, आपका एज ना, वी आर लेट बिगिनर। देखो हम लोग एडमिशन भी, तू क्लास किया है नर्सरी में, एडमिशन लेट हुआ ना, तो हम लोग का एज तो थोड़ा लेट होगा, तो उसमें भी आप मार डाला, यू नो ट्राई टू किल, आपको जहां मिलता है मौका मिलता है मारने का कोशिश करता है। जैसे कि हम लोग मंगोलाइट रेस से आता है, हमारा लड़कियां चोटी कट के होते हैं, तो क्या वो उसका गलती है कि वो चोटी कट हो गया है कि नहीं? तो मेरा कहने का मतलब है कि जैसा देश है वैसा वो प्रिंसिपल को अपना ही है। हमारा लड़कियां का चोटी कट होता है, और मैडम ने सही बोला कि बहुत सारा एक में पोक्सो बोलो, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस बोलो, उसमें बोला गया है कि द पुलिस ऑफिसर इन्वेस्टिगेटिंग द केस रिलेटिंग टू द वुमेन शुड बी अ वुमेन पुलिस ऑफिसर। तो लेकिन अब देखा जाने से आप वुमेन पुलिस ऑफिसर डीएसपी ये नहीं कर रहा है, तो इसका मतलब जो है क्या है कि अब जो है हम हमेशा बोल रहे हैं, बार बार बोल रहे हैं, अब आईवाज करने का कोशिश मत करो, अब सिस्टम को सुंदर से ले जाओ, कम्युनिकेशन गैप नहीं होना है। एक तरफ आप कहता है कि वुमेन पीएस खोल दिया, वहां कौन है, कितने लोग हैं? आए दिन पोक्सो का केस आता है, सेक्सुअल ऑफेंसेस का आता है, डोमेस्टिक वायलेंस का आता है, क्या दो ऑफिसर अपॉइंटमेंट करके आप संतुष्ट? नहीं, ऐसे नहीं होगा। यू वन रियली जस्टिस देना चाहता है तो आपको क्या करना है कि मेन पावर हैज टू बी स्ट्रेटेन्ड, है कि नहीं? इंस्टेड ऑफ क्रिएटिंग सो मेनी पुलिस स्टेशन एंड ऑल, वी शुड फोकस ऑन अ सिंगल पुलिस स्टेशन दैट टू विद अ लॉट ऑफ मैन पावर। मेरा कहने का मतलब जो ये है कि जो भी चीज़ को करना है उसको थोड़ा नियतिक होके कीजिए, ना कि किसी को बहुत बड़ा नष्ट करने का प्रयास, ऐसे नहीं करना चाहिए। हम तो ये सोचते हैं। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Ma'am, would you like to add up something on that? Your viewpoint on it?
Yeah, like he said कि you also mentioned कि 21 more police stations are being proposed, women police stations are being proposed. But if there is no recruitment of women police officers, not just as DSP, even in the lower rung, as inspectors, SIs and ASIs, even constabulary services, so who will man those police stations? है ना? आप फिजिकल जो क्राइटेरिया है एलिजिबिलिटी का इतना ऊंचा करके रखेगा, है ना, तो कौन कहाँ से आपको वीमेन कैंडिडेट मिलेगा? कैंडिडेट्स आर देयर, बट यू जस्ट हैव टू लोअर योर क्राइटेरिया। तो
परसों का पेपर में तो सबने पढ़ा होगा कि आयोस लोग इंक्वायरी कंप्लीट नहीं कर सका, इसलिए बहुत सारा फोक्सो एक्ट में एक्यूज्ड है, रिलीज होकर बेल पे रिलीज करना पड़ा।
We face it every day.
बिकॉज आयो इंक्वायरी करने वाला आयो है नहीं, तो इंक्वायरी कंप्लीट कैसा होगा? इंक्वायरी कंप्लीट नहीं होगा, चार्जशीट फाइल नहीं हो पाएगा, वो नहीं होगा तो उसको ट्रायल भी नहीं चलेगा, तो कैसा कोर्ट को छोड़ना ही पड़ेगा।
वो हो रहा है।
परसों का पेपर में ये तो बढ़िया से आए हेडलाइंस में, फर्स्ट फ्रंट पेज में।
That is due to inadequate manpower.
Yes.
In absence of
You won't believe that कि देखिए वुमेन पीएस ईटानगर, वो उसको सारा पपम परे का दिया हुआ है, फ्रॉम मिंग्यो टू बालीजन। हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल टू इन्वेस्टिगेट केस 100, 2000, 3000 केसेस जो डेली रजिस्टर होता है, उसको कैसे दो तू आप आयो दे के आप बोलेगा कि नहीं आप जस्टिस दीजिए?
10 police officers.
जस्टिस कैसे डिलीवर होगा? इसलिए हम बोल रहे हैं कि सफिशिएंट मैन पावर बाय रिक्रूटिंग अ वुमेन इन द पुलिस
Okay.
ऑफिसर ना,
Sufficient
वो है
women
तो आप एज में ही मार दिया, एंट्री होने नहीं दिया
Human
ना।
resource, sufficient human resource.
Yeah.
Yeah, moving forward, to you again, Lodha sir.
Yes, yes.
So, given the critical circumstances in Arunachal Pradesh, there is an argument that the gazetted posts of grade A and B should be reserved exclusively for the APST candidate. What's your opinion on that?
कल भी मैंने प्रेस ब्रीफिंग में वही बोला कि जगह का बारे में पता नहीं है, रूल करने के लिए आता है, ये तो बहुत तकलीफ होगा ना। अब जहाँ जा रहा है उसका रास्ता तो पता होना है ना, नहीं तो अब डेस्टिनी कैसे मिलेगा। मेरा ये कंटेंशन था कि यहाँ में IAS ऑफिसर लोग हैं, बहुत लोगों का उम्र कम है, हमको ऐसे लगता है कि वो लोग इंटर्न के लिए आता है। तो क्या है कि यहाँ का चीज़ को, जो वातावरण को समझ नहीं पाता है, वो सोचता है कि अरुणाचल में भी उन लोगों का जैसे ही लोग हैं। नो, हमेशा हम बोलता है कि अरुणाचल में आदिवासी लोग हैं। ऑफ कोर्स हम लोग कुछ अहेड चला गया, कोई बात नहीं, बट देन ओरिजिनली तो हम लोग आदिवासी है ना। तो यहाँ का सुइटेबल वाला लोगों को, यहाँ का जो वाकिफ होना चाहिए चीज़ को। तो अभी ग्रुप A और B में भी जैसे कि हु इज़ द पॉलिसी मेकर, स्पेशली द ग्रुप A एंड B ऑफिसर आर द पॉलिसी मेकर्स। तो पॉलिसी मेकिंग बॉडी को वेल वर्स होना है सब्जेक्ट का बारे में। टेक एग्जाम्पल, अरुणाचल इज ए सब्जेक्ट एंड अरुणाचल इज ए मिडी इंडिया, यू कैन कॉल इट। कि यहाँ पे देखो 26 मेजर ट्राइब्स एंड 100 ज़्यादा सब ट्राइब्स हैं, एंड यू शुड बी वेल इक्विप्ड टू डील विद दोज ट्राइब्स, है कि नहीं। तो उसमें करते वक्त क्या होगा कि हमारा जो बाहर से आता है, हम उसको डिस्क्रिमिनेट नहीं कर रहा। हमको ऐसे लोग बोलता है कि हम ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन में चला जाता है। आई नो द लिमिट्स ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन। हम अपना हक मांग रहे हैं, हक मांगना वो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन नहीं है। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि ग्रुप A और B में हमारा लोग रहता तो एटलीस्ट पॉलिसी अच्छा से बनता है, क्योंकि हमारा लोग जानता है कि ज़मीनी हकीकत क्या है। तो उसमें है जैसे कि जो मैं बार बार मेंशन कर रहा हूँ कि जोरम बेगी सर ने जब डायरेक्टर एंड टेक्निकल जो हायर एजुकेशन को पोस्ट को संभाला, वो यहाँ का चीज़ को समझा ना। उन्होंने समझा कि आए दिन यहाँ पे पॉलिटिकल प्रेशर आता है। उन्होंने बोला स्टूडेंट यूनियन का प्रेशर आता है, तो आपको प्रेशर को सहते रहना है ना उसका सोल्यूशन ढूंढना है। तो सोल्यूशन ढूंढने के लिए तो आपको वहाँ का जगह का बारे में मालूम होना पड़ेगा ना। इसलिए हम लोग बोलते हैं कि यहाँ में पॉलिसी जो मेकिंग बॉडी है उसमें ग्रुप A एंड B ऑफिसर हम लोग का APST ही होना है, तभी वो जान पाएगा। नहीं तो ऐसे बोल के बड़ा एक्सक्यूजेस बना के बैठेगा कि नहीं आपका यहाँ में क्यों ऐसे, मेरा वहाँ तो ऐसे नहीं है। ये बोलते रहने से नहीं होगा ना। आपको ये होना है कि ओके आपका यहाँ ऐसे है ना, तब तो ऐसे करेगा, है कि नहीं। तो इसमें जैसे कि बहुत सारे लोग बोलता है कि नहीं सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने ये रूलिंग दिया, हाई कोर्ट ने ये, आई एम एस ए लॉयर, आई नेवर हम कभी भी नहीं बोलेगा, कभी भी हम ये नलीफाई नहीं करेगा सुप्रीम कोर्ट का रूलिंग को। लेकिन इस स्पेस का पैनल डिस्कशन का माध्यम से हम एक बोल के जाऊंगा कि इस जिंदगी में इतिहास का साथ हमेशा शक्तिशाली ने साथ दिया है, सत्य गायब है। तो मेरा कहने का मतलब वो आप समझिए। तो यहाँ पे देखिए हाई कोर्ट में क्या फैसला होता है वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट में वो लोग जाने, लेकिन हमको क्या चाहिए वो हम जानना चाहिए। हम हमेशा क्लियर में कहता हूँ, हमको क्या चाहिए वो हम चाहिए ही, है कि नहीं। अब बंगाल ईस्टर्न फ्रंटियर रेगुलेशन 1873 उसका मुताबिक जाएगा तो बहुत टफ है ना, बहुत टफ है। अब जैसे कि you come with an ILP and you appear and sit for the public service exam in Arunachal Pradesh. ILP में आने वाला कैसे करके इंटरव्यू देगा, उसको तो टूरिस्ट बोलता है ना। टूरिस्ट, he came to Arunachal Pradesh as a tourist and not to harm anything. Even कोई भी फॉर्म का एक्सप्लॉयटेशन नहीं होगा, बट यह नौकरी को तो एक्सप्लॉयट हो रहा है भाई। मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है पब्लिक ऑफिस को तो एक्सप्लॉयट हो रहा है। मैं ये जब ये बोलता हूँ तो लोगों को बहुत रिडिकुलस लगता है। आई वुड प्रेफर टू से कि दोज पर्सन शुड गो बैक एंड रीड दैट BFR कि BFR में जैसे हम तो ऐसे ही बोलना पड़ेगा दैट टू ब्लेस बाय द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट। तो हम तो सोचता है हमारा इंडिजिनस को बाहरी लोगों को डिस्क्रिमिनेट का क्षमता नहीं बढ़ाना है, लेकिन लड़ने का क्षमता बनाना है। Thank you very much.
Yeah, Begi sir, would you add something on that?
No, I already made a comment on this
Yeah.
regarding this. Only I would like to add is that whoever comes here, maybe from anywhere from India, they should know the ethos, the local dynamics of this place, the requirement and all, and most importantly, language. You know, in Assam, all the IS officers or IPS officers, maybe not to speak of North India language, Assamese, it is Sanskritized language, some kind of a similarities are there. But the South India, Tamil Nadu or Kerala or Karnataka, Andhra, even they are posted in Assam, they are bound to learn Assamese and speak Assamese. That is why sometimes you media, broken Assamese they speak. But that way, so that kind of, a sense of belongingness to the place
Ownership and belonging.
and ownership, that is, they should develop. It's not just like a tourist, somebody comes and not knowing the local dynamics, local reality. So, to some extent, those people who met us in making these rules, possibly they are not knowing about this local requirement, local relevance, and that is why it is easier for them to just copy paste of some
Yes, exactly.
kind of thing.
They are not
So
serious.
that should not be not half-hearted. It should be fully. We know there are very good officers, glorious, exceptional. They are quite devoted, and I can name a few, but they are there. But majority of them, I do not know the sense of belongingness, identifying themselves to this part of the country.
Okay.
So that is probably this is the reason, definition of non-APST. But another thing I would like to clarify is that what the aspirants have raised is that non-APST, that 20% should be filled up by the non-APSC staying in Arunachal Pradesh, connected to Arunachal Pradesh, like Mizoram or even Manipur has said they have their family lineage, ancestral link, even if they are not here, or they are must be having a PRC from the state. So those kind of things, and that is why I have cited example of joint entrance, that is 20%, how that is segregated. We made 3 categories, but all these 3 categories are connected to Arunachal Pradesh. They are nowhere from outside. So this is what the aspirants would like to make an amendment on this 20%, filling up of the 20%.
So moving towards the tail end of our discussion, one of the last question to you, sir. Do you think that in regards to this interview session jab hota hai, right? So do you think the present personality jo interview process is opaque? And if yes, what is the way forward?
Yeah, it is presently the system is opaque. But then I still say we have to have some faith in our system. But yes, it is opaque. But we have to have some faith in our system. Without the faith, we cannot keep doubting in our system. So, yes, I think, suppose we say it should be made transparent, video recording should be provided, that would be tedious, that would be cumbersome and unrealistic. And that is why I feel the system which is opaque preferably should remain opaque, and we should only hope and we should only have faith in our system.
All right.
That's it.
So
Well,
faith
we
is
do-
the last solution.
Need to have some faith, it seems. All right. So Thank you so much, each one of you, for joining us in our panel discussion. Viewers, I hope you enjoyed the discussion and have been enlightened in some way. Thank you so much for joining with us. This is Emma Dawn signing off. Goodbye and take care.